All right, so this is where we last left off, right? We completed the delivery to Super A Market, right? We updated our cost of goods sold and everything. So this is where we last left off. Albert submitted another order, okay? And let's see what it says here, okay? We are in the middle of page 10 in our journals, okay? So here, what happened? Albert submitted another order for the corner bookstore, and this time the corner bookstore wanted 15 pounds of regular coffee and 10 pounds of Supreme coffee with an addition of 15 coffee mugs. Okay? So in this case, what do we do with this?
Put it in the commissions expense.
We're going to put it in the commissions expense. So commissions, right? We have the corner bookstore, right? For a grand total of $194.10. Okay, good. So, last thing that we have here is going to be completing our grand opening sales this day, right? Where we had another 20% discount here. We sold 90 regular medium cups, 94 large regular cups, 96 medium Supreme coffees, and then we have 93 large Supreme coffees, 10 coffee mugs sold, 20% discount in tax. Okay? All right. So, Friday. So, let's take a look here. We got a grand total of cash to be $947.12, and so on and so forth. So, let's go ahead and journalize this. Okay. Right. We can copy and paste this right here. Our grand opening sales. Okay, it is 6:21. Okay, it is Friday. So let's see. Okay. All right. So, how much cash did we collect? $947.12. How much was my discount for? 20%. So $218.73. What was my total sales for the regular medium coffee? Okay. Total sales for the large regular coffee? 281.06. Medium Supreme? 239.04. Large Supreme? Okay. And ceramic coffee mugs? $69.90. And last but not least, how much tax was I charged or collected? $72.18. Okay. I'm gonna check to make sure that my total debits, my total credits match, making sure there's no typos here. So I got 1165.85 on the left, 1165.85 on the right. So in this case, no typos. Okay. Okay. So now I need to update my ledger. Okay, starting with my checking. Because I have some in-store sales and I gained some money to put in my checking account. It's the 21st. We got some in-store sales. So what is my total account balance in my checking account?
I got 3,565 cents.
Good. Okay. We had some sales discounts. Okay. The grand opening 20% discount for a total of $218.73. So what's my account balance here?
$990.48.
$990.48. Okay. Let's see. We have some sales for the medium regular coffee. Okay. How many cups did we sell? Okay. So what's my account balance for my medium coffee, regular coffee? $839.78. Good. How many cups of my large regular coffee did I sell? $281.06. Okay. So in this case, what is my account balance? $1270.75. Okay. How many medium supreme coffees did I sell? $239.04. So what's my account balance for my medium supreme coffee? $11.93.11. Good. And last but not least, how many large supreme coffees did I sell? $324.57. So what's my account balance in my large supreme coffee? $1532.11. Good. Okay. Last but not least, oh actually no, second to last, we have some ceramic coffee mugs that we sold. Ceramic coffee mugs. How many cups did we sell? We sold 10 for $69.90. Okay. So what's my account balance in my ceramic coffee mugs? For $66.19. Good. Okay. Last but not least, we got some sales tax. So liabilities. We're going to keep scrolling all the way down for liabilities. For our sales tax. Here we are, sales tax. $621. In-store sales for General Journal 10. Okay, and we collected $72.18 worth of tax. So therefore, what's my account balance in my sales tax? How much tax have I collected so far? $326.85. Good. Oh, they're 86. Okay. $326.86. Okay. Good. So last but not least, we must update our inventory. So it says here that we used 17 pounds of regular coffee and 17 and a half pounds of supreme coffee. But let's go ahead and deposit all the cash sales first, and then we'll do the rest, okay? So here I'm depositing the $947.12 on June 21st. So that means that is my cash sales that I am depositing. Okay? So, inventory worksheet. Okay? Inventory worksheet, right? For regular coffee. We have a total used was 17 pounds. hold on. Do we not do the other? Yeah, okay. So here we are using 17 pounds at $1.6960.944. So in this case, what's my total cost of goods sold here?
I got 2736.
27.36. Good. So let's go ahead and subtract that out because we no longer have 17 pounds. So that's going to give us left remaining 99.5 pounds. Okay. If we have a balance of 187.50 and we sold $27.36, how much should be left remaining?
$160.14.
160.14, which has increased my cost per item by 10,000th of a penny. Okay. Good. So we have 27.36 cost of goods sold, and we have 160.14 left remaining. So for the Supreme coffee, we only have one batch of inventory left, so that means we're going to be using 17.5 pounds, right, at $1.828, okay, because that's the only thing that we have left. So in this case, how much is my total cost of goods sold here? What was that? We in this case, right, we only have one batch of inventory left, right, at 1.828. So in this case, that should have given us $31.99. Okay. And we used 17.5. So that means we should be left with, what's that? Something with a 7. Okay. So 120 minus 17.5 is going to give you 18737 left. Okay. And we used $31.99. So 27.36 for the regular. $27.36 for the regular and $31.99 for the Supreme. Okay. And this was in-store sales. Okay. Since we know that this is going to be the very, very last transaction before we got to complete our trial balance, I'm going to go ahead, okay, and so that's what we have to do. We got to journalize this transaction and plug it into our ledger. So, cost of goods sold right? We end up using 17 pounds of the regular coffee, which cost me $27.36. So in this case, what's my grand total cost of goods sold for my regular coffee?
24211.
24211. Good. Okay. We used 17 and a half. Which cost me $31.99. So in this case, what's my ending balance in my cost of goods sold Supreme Coffee? $266.13. Good. Okay. And of course, last but not least, we need to update my inventory. Okay, so here we are, my regular coffee. I used 17 pounds, okay, for $27.36. So therefore, my ending balance should be 160.14, and we know for a fact that does match my inventory worksheet. Okay, right here, 160.14. Okay. We used 17 and a half pounds, okay, which cost me $31.99. So I should have 187.37 left, which I know for a fact that is correct because that's exactly what it says in my inventory worksheet, right? 187.37. All right. So now that we updated our journal, we updated our ledger. Last thing is now we are done with the last transactions here. So therefore, we need to do our third trial balance to ensure we didn't make any mistakes along the way between the 14 or the 15 all the way till the 21st. So in this case, any mistake that we find must have happened between the 15 all the way to the 21st, right? Because we already solved for the trial balance between the 8th and the 14th, right? We found out that there's no problems there. So that means all those transactions that was preceding the 15, those are all good to go. It's anything that we made a mistake between the 15th and 21st because this time we had new concepts such as entering sales. We had things like having to adjust our inventory. So not only do we have a lot of other extra accounts that were involved, we need to ensure that we correctly debited our accounts in the correct spots, all right? And we also did the same thing with our credits, okay? Especially because we made some payments here and there. We want to make sure that we transfer those correct amounts in the correct locations, okay? So by doing so, this is what I normally do, okay? I like to fill this column up here just to kind of break it off and ensure that you know that this is the next section where we're going to be continuing on the 22nd, okay? And I'm also going to make an indicator here that this is the trial balance for week 3. Okay. And I'm going to save because my journal will not be needed unless I have an error in my trial balance, okay? So all you need to do for this one is to make sure you have your ledger, your general ledger, and your trial balance, which is the financial forms, okay? So in this case, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually show you a shortcut if you are using Excel and you want to follow along with me, okay? So instead of having to copy all of these accounts and paste them in there, and then copy all the values and then paste it into the other worksheet, because what you're going to notice is that if you do actually copy all of this in there and you transfer it over into the next worksheet, sometimes you'll have a copy error, okay? Especially with the numbers. The numbers might come out all 0 or something like that, right? Because again, what you're telling Excel to do is try to copy all the information and bring it across over another spreadsheet, right? And because you're doing a copy, which is also an equal the cell reference, right? It cannot, it may lose, in translation, it might not go through and copy everything correctly. So the best way to do this is to actually make a copy of the spreadsheet, okay? Now, how do I do that? Well, this is straightforward. So I'm clicking on the trial balance number 3 right now, right? This is everything right. All the formulas are intact. We're at $75,868.10. Everything's intact, right? Now, I'm going to make an exact copy of this exact spreadsheet by right-clicking on this spreadsheet. So click down at the bottom, click on the TB3, TB3, TB2, we're on 2. We're going to right-click it, and we're going to move or make a copy, okay? Now, this is what it says. Now, it says right here that you have a whole bunch of worksheets in here. That's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on trial balance number 3. Click on that, okay? Because this is where I'm going to move or insert the copy of this exact spreadsheet. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to click down here to create a copy, okay? And when I click OK, what happens is it made an exact duplicate of that exact spreadsheet. So here I have trial balance 2 /2, okay? And this is exact replica of everything in here. So it's an exact copy, meaning including the formulas are also copied over as well. So in this case, my equal sum is still there. So this is the best way to do it so that you don't have to type in the same answers again or type in the same cells with the same numbers over again, right? You can avoid that and make this a lot quicker by just making a copy of the spreadsheet and working from there, okay? And what I'm going to do here with the trial balance number 3 is I'm going to right click this and I'm going to actually delete it because I no longer need this worksheet anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and click delete. So therefore, I have no longer trial balance 3 anymore. I have trial balance 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on it so I can rename this to trial balance number 3. Okay, because I'm going to be using this to work off on. Now, anything that you do to this worksheet will not affect your trial balance 2. So that's the cool thing, meaning they're not related to each other. They're just exact copies of it. They're duplicates of it, but they work on their own different spreadsheets, okay? So again, you can also make modifications because we're not working on the 14. We are working on the 21st, okay? So now that I've done that, now I can go ahead and continue on and fill in the columns that I need to fill in. And I'm going to show you how to insert cells in here so we can continue going on with the worksheet and basically enter things in the correct spots. Okay? So starting with number 1, our assets, right? Checking is number 1 on our list. Okay? So is on here. So in this case, what's my checking account balance right now?
$3,005.65.
And 65 cents. Good. Okay. let's see. Next one I have here is I have a petty cash. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a row in between checking and medium coffee cups because that's the next thing that's in line. So then when I do the next trial balance, everything is in order. Okay, I'm not going to add everything at the bottom, right? And then I have to go back and forth. No, I'm going to insert it in the exact order. So then when I do the next trial balance, I can just, type in my numbers automatically, okay? So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the row number. So in this case, my row is 6. So once it is highlight the whole entire thing, right, I'm going to right click on that number 6, okay? And I'm going to insert, right? And when I click insert, it's going to insert the line above, okay? Always rule of thumb here is it's always going to be the line above. Okay, when you do columns, it's always going to be the left to the column. Okay, so in this case, that's what I want to do if I want to insert. So I'm going to insert another one because I do have another account. I have cash in the register as well. Okay, you're going to click on the row. Okay, so click on the number of the row to highlight the whole row, right? And then I'm going to right click and insert. Okay, and it's going to insert a row above the column. Okay, above that number. Okay, so in this case, I got checking. First, now I have is petty cash. Okay, petty cash is part of the bank. Now, how much is the value in my petty cash right now?
500.
It's 500. Okay. Next account I have is cash in register. Okay. How much cash should be in my register at all times?
310.
310. Okay. All right. I even have an accounts receivable account. Okay. How much is my account balance in my accounts receivable account? $652.23. Okay. Let's see what account is next. Okay, allowance for doubtful accounts. We haven't reached the end of the accounting period yet, so no adjustments there. Okay, or in this case, the allowance is in case someone decides to default their payment during the accounting period. Okay, business supplies, none there. Okay, however, we have our medium coffee cups. Now, in this case, did my account balance change?
Yes.
Yes, so how much is it now?
162.37.
162.37. Okay. So that means my large coffee cups also changed as well. Okay, what's my new account balance in my large coffee cups? $243.57. Okay. Now I have two more accounts. I got my sugar account and my creamer account. So in this case, I'm going to select my row for regular coffee, which is on mine is row 11. I'm going to right click and insert to put one above it. And then I'm going to do the same thing here because there's two of them I need in here. Okay. So we have a sugar account. And we have a creamer account. Okay. How much is my sugar right now? $21.60. And how much is in my coffee creamer account?
$48.99.
48.99. Okay. Then let's see what's here. Oh, I have another account in here. I have some office supplies. So in this case, insert one more, okay, for office supplies. What's my account balance right now for my office supplies?
$150.
It's 150. Okay. Let's see, next is inventory. So my regular coffee account. How much is in my regular coffee account? It's definitely not 200. How much is it now?
$160.14.
160.14. Okay. What about my Supreme coffee? What's my account balance in my Supreme coffee right now? $187.37. Okay. Next we have here is ceramic coffee mugs, which we don't have yet. Okay. Furniture account is 0. Okay. All right, so here it goes. My bistro tables and chairs. Okay. My bistro tables and chairs. Okay, is still outstanding for $6,605.08. So no changes there. Okay. What about my counter? Still $1193.22. Okay. And my desk is still $658.37. Okay. And my display shelves are still $577.08. So in this case, this is what I mean by saving you time. Instead of having to type everything in there, making your typos and making your mistakes there, you already have it copied from the previous worksheet. So in this case, don't need to do anything there except for move on. Okay. Next is office equipment. So again, a computer for $1834.84. Your printer for $378.87, and your cash register for $649.49. So all of those are all the same. Okay. Equipment. Okay, so here, my coffee brewers. Okay. My coffee brewer is right now outstanding at $4,527.95. So in this case, good. We're good to go there. Okay. However, we have a coffee grinder account. Okay, so we got to insert a line above the trucks to represent my coffee grinder. Okay. And what's my account balance in my coffee grinder?
$41.58.07.
Okay, 415807. Okay. Vehicles, right? Our truck is still $32,208.90. Okay. We have our prepaid accounts currently outstanding at $6,654.17, so no changes there. We have deposits at $1,700, no changes there. And we have Goodwill at $2,100, no changes there. However, my miscellaneous expense account, what is my account balance there?
nothing.
It's 0. So you have two choices. You can actually just put 0 there and move on. Or what you can do is, instead of deleting this line here, you can just simply hide it. Okay, if I hide it, boom, it doesn't appear until the next round. Now, if you look very, very carefully at this number line right here, you could see that there is like a little indentation. There's actually a double line right here. So if you want to ever review it, you could always right click this and unhide it, or you can just actually pull it down and it will reveal it. Okay, so that's a cool thing about Excel here, is that you can hide your account if you like, especially because that 0 balance will not affect my debits or credits or whatsoever, because what's a 0 to a debit? It means nothing, right? You didn't increase anything or decrease anything. It's 0 balance. So if you want to hide it, you can. If you want to put 0 and leave it alone, make sure you 0 it, okay? Do not hide it when there's a value in there. Put 0 in there and hide it, or leave it there at 0. Your choice. Okay, in this case, I already made it 0, okay? So there you go. I made it 0. And I decided that I am going to hide this because we no longer need the miscellaneous suspense account. Okay? And we're done with my assets. Okay? Next one is going to be your liabilities. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on our credit side now. So in our accounts payable is my very first liability account. So in this case, what is the amount that I am outstanding right now in my accounts payable account?
$12,879.61.
Good. 12,879.61. Okay. Oh, and I have a Visa payable, okay, for a total of $811.53. Okay. My notes payable right now says it's 649.49, and there you go, 649.49. Okay. No payroll liabilities yet because we haven't done payroll yet. We won't do payroll until the 28th. So in this case, the next trial balance will include all of the payroll liabilities listed here. Okay, and there's a lot of them, especially when we take a dive into payroll. If you remember, not only do we need to process the payroll for the individual employee, we also have to calculate the taxes for the employer. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to skip all of that. Okay. We have utilities payable. So in this case, water, telephone, electricity. We could skip that. Unearned revenue. Nothing there yet. Sales tax payable. Yes. We opened our store, so therefore we started charging sales tax. So in this case, I need to insert another line in here for my sales tax payable. Okay? How much money do I owe the government for sales tax?
$326.86.
$326.86. Okay. No interest payable. Loans, no loans, except for no business loans, except for a truck loan, which is still outstanding at $29,221.50. $2.90. Okay. All right. Next we have here is owner's equity. Okay, let's see. Owner's equity still outstanding for $30,000. Okay. We have no capital contributions. We do have an owner's withdrawal for a debit of $3,000, so that still hasn't changed. Okay. And no income summary yet because we haven't closed out our books yet. Okay. So the next section we're going to be adding in here is going to be our revenues. So in this case, we're going to click the line above. We're going to click the line of advertising expense because we need to insert all of our revenues, all of our cost of goods sold, and then we have our expenses, okay? So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and start inserting. So we got to do sales for the regular coffee, sales for the Supreme coffee, the coffee mugs, right? Then we have the 4 different sizes of drinks we sell, okay? As well as the discount, okay? And we have a sales returns and we have delivery income, okay? So I added maybe like 8 or 9 or 10 lines in there. We'll go through them and figure out whether we need all of them or not. So in this case, first things first that we have on the list is going to be sales for the regular coffee. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and put shortcuts here. So sales reg coffee. Okay. And this is going to be on the credit side because it's my income that I've earned. So what's my account balance for the sales in regular coffee? $246.75. Okay. Next I have is sales for Supreme Coffee. What's my account balance there?
259.35.
259.35. Okay. We have the sales for the coffee mugs. So sales mugs. Okay. How much is the sales for my coffee mugs?
$466.19.
466.19. Okay. Then we have the sales for the medium regular coffee. So I'm going to put sales medium reg coffee. Okay. What's my account balance there?
$839.78.
839.78. Okay. Then I have my sales for the large coffee cups. Okay. How much is my account balance for my large regular coffee?
$1270.75.
1270.75. Okay. Then I have sales for my medium Supreme coffee. What's my account balance there?
$1093.11.
1093.11. Okay. Then I have my sales for the large Supreme coffee. What's my account balance there?
1532.11.
1532.11. Okay. Let's see what else. We have my sales returns and allowances. Which is a debit, right? Because it's a contra account. What's my account balance here? Right, 1996. Good. Okay, make sure it's on the debit side because it decreases my sales. Okay. We also have some sales discount. Okay. For how much? $9.90.48. Okay, on the debit side because it decreases my sales. Okay. And then we have delivery income and interest income. So in this case, my last one here is delivery income. Okay. How much is my delivery income? $90. Okay. So that was it for our revenues. Right? Now I got to put in my cost of goods sold. So in this case, you only have regular and supreme coffee. No coffee cups yet or coffee mugs. And the cost of material is going to be adjustment done at the end of the accounting period. So in this case, you only have two accounts that you need to put in here. COGS for regular coffee. And then I'm going to insert one more for my COGS for the supreme coffee. Okay, these are all debits. So in this case, what was my account balance in my cost of goods sold for the regular coffee? $242.11. Okay. No, okay, what about the supreme coffee? $266.13. Good. And that is it for that one right there. Okay. Last section we have here is going to be our operating expenses. Okay. So first account we have here is my advertising expense account. We have it right now currently at $185. Is that correct? For advertising expense? Yes, it is currently at $185. Okay. Bank fees? None yet because it's going to be something we do at the end to adjust our bank account. Okay. Business expenses is still currently at $1,000. Okay. Next one we have is freight expense. Freight expense has changed. It is now $200. Okay. Insurance expense is still $195.83. Okay. Here, interest expense, none yet. Okay. Labor expense, we do have some, right? It's broken down to subcontractor expense, which we already still have for the $18.90. Okay. However, we have another one for the temporary labor expense, right? So we got to insert that in between. So I'm going to click my license, insert it, so I can enter in my temporary labor expense. All right, for the $252. Okay. License and permit is still at $375. Okay. Loss on disposal of asset is still at $2,000. Okay. Office supplies expense, we haven't adjusted our office supplies yet, so that's going to be something done at the end of the month. Okay. Payroll expenses, we haven't done payroll yet, so we can skip all three of those. Next one is purchase expense. Yes, I've increased my purchase expense from 196 to now to be $392.80. Okay. All right. And then of course I need to insert a line here because I have a purchase returns and allowance. Okay, and this time it's a credit of $9.84. Okay. Let's see, we didn't have any purchased discounts, and we don't have, we have rent expense for $1,500, so that's still the same. No travel expenses, no utilities expense, no bad debt, depreciation, or amortization. Okay? Now, if you copied this worksheet from the previous one, it should also lock in the formula, and every time you insert something, it should automatically update the formula as well. So in this case, if I double click on this, it should say that it should have copied every single one, including all the new cells and new rows that you added in there. If it doesn't, go ahead and just redo your formula, write your equal sum and highlight all of the columns there, and you should get a total of $79,697.27 on the left and on the right as well. And here I have a 0 discrepancy, so that means my accounting has been correct from the 15th all the way to the 21st. Okay. Did any of you guys match with me? 79,697.27?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Good. Because if you have not, you either missed a transaction somewhere, posting it into the ledger, or when you journalize it, maybe you might have had a small error there. But in this case, we did the journal together. The only option here is you either posted it in the ledger wrong, or when copying it from the ledger to the trial balance, you could have made the error there. Okay? So again, your ending balance is $79,697.27. Okay? All right. I will post these answers into the Google Classroom in its respective folder. So in this case, you'll find the answers to this in week 3. Okay? All right, that means we're done. So that means when we continue on for next week, for week 4, we will go ahead and dive into the 22nd of June, and we'll be starting on the end of page 10.